Welcome back to English language class. You all know that for our convenience we have divided the lesson prepositions into 4 parts, of which the part 1, 2 and 3 have already been done in the previous videos. Today we shall get on with the part 4, that is compound prepositions. Before we begin, here are a few points for you to note. Recalling the previous lessons. 2. Compound prepositions. Explanation with examples. 3. Clearing the doubt in some part of the previous lesson. And conclusion. So let's proceed. Recapitulation. We have learned a preposition is a word that is placed before a noun, a pronoun or a noun equivalent to show its relation to some other words in a sentence. Simple prepositions such as at, in, by, of, for, on, over, out, up, with, etc. He prayed to the jungle deity. In a fraction of a second, the animal left the spot, perhaps for some fresh grazing ground, to his great relief. You have learned stranded or dangling or in position prepositions. For example, who are you traveling with? Where does he come from? A pen is to write with, etc. Then double prepositions such as into, onto, within, without, throughout, up to, etc. Examples: the kitten jumped onto the pipe to catch the dragonfly. We cannot solve the puzzle without John's help. Once upon a time, there lived an outlaw in Sherwood Forest. Most of the examples you have got in the form of conversation in classroom situations. So, point number 2, compound prepositions. Explanation with examples. A compound preposition is formed usually by prefixing a preposition to a noun, an adjective or an adverb. let us visit a classroom where we can meet some inquisitive students who, with their eagerness, are asking their teacher to explain what a compound preposition is. Sir, the other day you explained to us various types of prepositions. Yes, and what are they? Could you please recall? Of course, sir. They are simple, double, and in-position prepositions. And we are to discuss compound prepositions today. Okay, is there any doubt about any other parts discussed so far? At this point, a girl who was confused with the idea of noun equivalent raised her hand to ask a question. Yes, you, Lisha, come on, what is your doubt? Excuse me, sir, I have a doubt. Yes, come on. You said preposition is used before a noun, a pronoun, or a noun equivalent. What does noun equivalent imply, sir? You are too late in asking this question. Anyway, first let us explain what the word equivalent means. Susan, what does equivalent imply? Sir, if I am not wrong, it means having the same value. Right. The word equivalent implies amounting to the same thing in word or significance. So, noun equivalent implies word or a set of words amounting to the same thing in word or significance of a noun. For example, to err is human. In this sentence, the set of word to err is working as a noun. It is the name of an action. It is the subject of a verb. It is working as a noun. Hence, it is a noun equivalent. Swimming is an exercise. Swimming is a noun equivalent. Why? Because it is the name of an action. It has become the subject of a verb. So, it is called a noun equivalent. Next example. We cannot live without eating. Can we? Eating here is a noun equivalent. Why? To get this answer, just ask a question. Without what? The answer is eating or food. The word eating here does the work of a noun. Is your doubt clear now, Lisa? Yes, sir. Now I understand that whichever words or sets of words that are used as nouns or in a noun's place are all noun equivalents. Am I right, sir? Right. There are several types of noun equivalents that will be discussed later in our next class. Let us go back to what we are discussing, compound preposition. Compound prepositions are very simple. They are formed by prefixing a preposition to a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. Please give us some examples as you did in the previous class, sir. Oh, sure. Notice the examples. Here, a stands for on. So when you say across, it means a or on plus cross. Across. Clouds sail across the sky. Along. A or on plus long. Logs are piled up along the road. Behind, by plus hind. The hare hid behind the tree. Beside, by plus side. Mother asked me to sit beside her. Inside, that is in plus side. There is a dog inside the room. Outside, out plus side. Stand outside the field. We have discussed about prepositions, simple, double and compound ones in a nutshell. Whenever you come across a preposition in any text, try to use it in a sentence of your own. That is the best way of remembering them, and soon you'll feel how so naturally you have mastered them, the positioning words. This much for today. We'll meet again in the next class.